I've been in here a couple times and been in the NIT, but the hardest part is just the quick turnaround. You find out late Sunday night, and so you're trying to figure out travel and hotels and all that stuff. And then they're a really good team, and so the quick turn with the prep with a younger team like us that's kind of new to all of this, you're trying to figure out how much can they handle prep-wise, and you want to make sure you get enough in where you give yourself a chance to win.
So obviously, a young team. Your vets tonight, Elijah Hawkins, another one of those games where he just kind of dictates everything, and Garcia just kind of getting to his left was there all night. What can you speak on how much they did as leaders tonight in that quick turnaround?
Yeah, I thought both those guys, played like upperclassmen should play, and I thought Dawson from the start just had like a edge to him. You could tell he didn't want it to end, and I thought that kind of trickled down to E. And those two guys, when they play well, really heightens our chances of winning. And I thought E did a great job, just kind of getting us in our stuff, especially late, getting the ball where it needed to go. 15 assists. We had 24 as a team. When we move the ball and get anywhere between 18 to 24 assists, we're pretty productive offensively, and they do a good job. And so I thought our defense really found spots in the second half to get stops when we needed.
So not just Hawkins, but as part of that assist rate tonight, 6 from Cam Christie. It wasn't his best shooting night, but how much have you seen him grow over the past 2 months?
A ton. It's always hard as a true freshman. Especially a kid that's only 18. But his growth and the process that he's had, has put him in a position now where we all have confidence in him. I really love to see that he's getting assists now because we know we can do shooting it and driving it. But now when you get others involved, you make others better. Now you're really somebody that's tough to cover. And so the more versatile he can be with rebounding and assists and creating offense for himself and for others, that helps him and helps our team.
So obviously,
to get the late game turnover there, to get the steal without fouling, just how crucial was that execution for your team to pull that off?
Yeah, we had talked about that in the timeout. We knew we had a foul to give, but if we could get a steal without using the foul, obviously that was best case scenario. Butler's one of the better free throw shooting teams in the country, so the longer you can have that foul where you're not putting them on the line, the better. And so we were able to kind of create a little bit of havoc and make a play on the ball, and then I thought transition from that to decent offense and get something at the rim. That was the whole thing. It's like I don't want to settle late. If we could get something at the rim and maybe get to the line, we were able to do that and knock down 2 big free throws.
And you talked about preparation and just winning this game and getting more time to practice, more time together, more time to prep. Just how crucial is that in terms of just the benefits it has for your program?
Oh, it's huge. We were a team that wasn't picked to do anything in the Big Ten. Had a bunch of new bodies and new faces, and so for us to not only win 9 conference games, but to get into postseason and now get a win in postseason, all of these things are learning experiences for our guys. We got a good number that can come back next year, and so we need to really utilize every day, every practice. You can't simulate in the game situation as well as you can on the road. I thought the crowd was great. Obviously playing against a really good team and that's well coached. You can't put a price tag on getting reps at that for our group. So the more we can win and advance and get those kind of experiences, the more it's going to help us. Thank you.
John, in the first half, you guys had that streak where you guys made 8 baskets in a row. Seemed like you came back into the game and you guys were moving the ball well. Just what was working at that time?
I think just moving the ball, and they're playing aggressive coverage, so you're gonna play 4-on-3 no matter what. So just find the open guy and just keep the advantage from there.
Matching up with Dawson Garcia, what makes stopping him to get to his left so difficult and getting to that spot for him?
He's a good player, and he had a couple of finishes, a couple of touch finishes with his right hand too. So You just got to play him square up, and obviously he's tall, so he's going to try to shoot over you. Just got to try to be physical with him, and, the great players are going to get theirs. Just got to make it tough on them.
As you look back on this season, obviously an NIT appearance is a step forward for Butler as a program after the last couple of years. What's your message kind of going back to the locker room as the leader of this group?
I would say just stay consistent with your work, everything you do in life, whether it's going to school, just your habits with other people, how you treat other people, just stay consistent. And, yeah.
And obviously the late game turnover didn't decide the game, but it's obviously a tough situation to be in. Did you have the chance to speak to DJ about that?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't lose on it. I mean, how many turnovers did we have? 14. Like, as a team, we just got to take care of the ball. They made big plays, too. You got to give them credit. And they came up big at the free throw line. I shouldn't have fouled. What's his name? A little point guard, Hawkins. He likes to play make. I don't think I should have fouled him. Stuff happens.
And for you guys all to come in, you guys were so many transfers coming together this year, and the growth that you guys showed throughout the year. Just what's this season been like for you, and what's it mean for you guys have a chance to bring a lot of players back as well?
I mean, it's been amazing, I would say. I think we had some highs and some lows. And that's part of building a group. We just got to stay together and keep working, and we'll see what happens from there. Thank you.
Thanks for a great season, Jeff.
Questions for Thad?
Coach, obviously a tough finish to the year tonight, but as you look back on what people thought of Butler coming into this year and what you were able to accomplish, what would you say you would appreciate the most growth out of the team this year?
I'll say this: there's no such thing as a happy ending in college basketball, except for one team or two teams, I guess. And you hate for a season. I hate for this season to be over because I told these guys, man, they gave me life. This team gave me life, and they gave me enthusiasm and passion, and from where we were projected and all those things. I'm really proud of this team. I really am, and we picked a night tonight where we weren't as sharp as we needed to be.
You've talked several times in the year about how much you've appreciated coaching this team, and obviously the hope is you can bring back a lot for next year, but there's still some spots open. What did you learn during the transfer portal last year to help you prepare for this offseason?
I think this, and I've said it all along, we recruited great character and great kids, and I think that's got to be a staple of what we do and how we do it. I'm hoping we can retain these guys. I'd love to have this team back, add a couple pieces to the puzzle, and roll from there. I think we got a chance to, and you get a lesson tonight of I told him, we were like the jogger at Westfield in Illinois at the stoplight. We were running in place, but we weren't going anywhere, and that's how we started the game tonight. We weren't. We were just, you ever see those people at the light, they're jogging because they don't want to stop, and that's kind of how we were. We weren't going, and we talked about the second, or we got that roll going, but we just couldn't get. I don't know what it was. We just couldn't get it over the hump there, and got it to 5, I think, and the turnover, long baseball pass, and the guy shoots a layup, and just stuff like that.
The season's kind of gone in a similar way tonight. There's been games where you've lost them late, games that have gone to overtime late, and then down the stretch of the season, you had chances to make the NCAA tournament, and that was a difficult struggle down the stretch. So really, when it comes to approaching next season, what's your message in terms of getting to the finish line?
I got about 6 months to think that one through. I'll be honest with you. But no, it just you got to keep learning. You got to keep. You got to keep growing, and that's what hopefully we can get our team put together and get ready to strap it back on.
And Coach, obviously this is a tough way to end the season, but for the season as a whole, would you characterize it as a successful season? Absolutely.
There's no doubt in my mind, because there's a lot of factors going on in college basketball these days, and we got to get better at some of those factors. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
And you have a chance to speak to DJ about that play, and just what was your message to him?
Yeah, no, I just say, look, you're not going to beat yourself up on that one now. There's no way in hell you're going to beat yourself up on that. And I thought he played pretty well tonight. 13 points, 7 assists, and so that is kind of is what it is. But he'll bounce back.
And I know Minnesota's plan was to put a full court pressure defense and not foul. For them to execute that, how do they thread the needle there with forcing a turnover and not fouling? And
Well, the coach was screaming foul.
oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was screaming foul. That's what I. Yeah.
So they didn't mean to.
Yeah, I was like, keep it, DJ, keep it, DJ, keep it, DJ. So, all right, guys, thank you.
Thanks.